I must make amends with heart all I've done. No help from my friends. So, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
That's a great song.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And welcome back to Mark and Bliss's Super 70s. I'm Bliss.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Michelle.
And tonight's episode is the worst of the best. Now, I'm only doing the scare quotes to make it really, really clear that we're not talking about these. These don't have to be universally regarded best artists, okay? Some people out there might hate ELO. There's not an ELO song that we hate, but they're not universally regarded as great rock artists. Okay, so it doesn't have to be that. It has to be somebody that you loved, but that they made a terrible mistake.
Oh,
they suffered a critical lapse in quality control.
Oh, okay.
Faux
pas.
Yes, right. All artists have them. If you have a favorite novelist, you have a favorite movie maker. Y'all all know that David Lynch. I love David Lynch, but Wild at Heart is a bad movie. It's a self-parody. It's Lynch parodying himself, and so all artists lapse into this. It's inevitable. It's part of growth, I guess, as an artist. And
hey, it's a part of being human.
Yes. And now we're not going to waste time remocking things that we've mocked before. This is obviously a Maximum Snark episode.
Anything involving Barry Manilow?
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Mary McGregor?
Right, okay, yes. Good, good example.
Alan O'Day?
Yes. Or, to mention our primo example, right? Look behind you at the giant Elvis. Yes, all hail. It's obvious to anyone who cares, right? And I realize that the modern generation is probably never going to figure out what was great about Elvis. But we don't doubt for a minute that he was a great artist. But no one put out a larger volume of awful songs than Elvis did in his movie years. No Room to Rumble in a Sports Car, Rock-a-Hula Baby,
at least a third of those movies.
Yes.
You know?
Oh no, 2/3.
Well, I was going to say half, but we can split the difference.
I'm going all the way out.
Okay.
Most of the movies were bad.
Okay.
And even though he snuck a great song like Return to Sender into a movie occasionally, most of the movie songs were bad. And so that would be, just a large example of something that we're not going to bog down in. But I'm going to start just as an example with a list from our friend Brian. So anyway, here's his list. Paul McCartney and an even greater artist, Stevie Wonder, Ebony and Ivory.
Wow.
Okay, racial harmony songs are just dangerous business. There will be one in my top 5, and I will get to why at that point. But it's the sort of Coca-Cola commercial I'd like to teach the world to sing. Sad business. What would you call it? Just baseless utopianism or something.
Side by side on my piano, keyboard, oh Lord. Keyboard and oh Lord.
There's part of the problem right there.
Oh
okay.
Lord. Somebody rhymed keyboard with oh Lord.
The break in the line, just to make the rhyme, it almost kills it all by itself. Okay, so there's that. Elton John's Crocodile Rock.
Oh, wow.
And again, he gave me his reasons, right? He hates faux nostalgia songs.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I do believe
I kind of get where I feel you there.
And they were at the malt shop, weren't they?
Yeah, I think they were. Had an old Ford. A what?
Old gold Chevy.
Old gold Chevy and a place of my own.
And it does. It sounds like Fonzie moving into.
But here's the thing I want to know is what the hell is the Crocodile Rock?
Well, no,
Doing a thing called the Crocodile Rock, which
doesn't-
makes it sound like a dance.
Yeah,
Like
No, it's gotta
the
be a
Boney
dance.
Maroney.
but
Or
it's
the-
not dirty. Now, if he's
No.
dirty, the song would be fine.
Yeah.
If they come up with a dance name, there was
That
a
would've
doobie doobie. Yeah, right. Then it would be fine.
Yeah.
But it was all
It
cheese.
did sound. I was suspicious of that song from the start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe because it was that me and Susie had so much fun.
That didn't help either.
Yes.
Elton was a shapeshifter. Everybody accepts that. Everybody believes that actually he got more mileage out of shapeshifting than anybody except David Bowie. Okay, but compare his faux glam song, Benny and the Jets, which we dig, with Soul Train, Doug.
Elton
Compare
John was
that.
the first white artist to appear on Soul Train.
As music, it's not cheap pastiche Bowie,
I think
which
I remember-
Crocodile Rock is
Yeah.
cheap pastiche 50s rock. It's not some knockoff version of Ziggy Stardust.
Mhm.
And that's why it's okay. This will be a quickie. Carpenters, and he loves Carpenters.
He had a. Yeah, I
in
remember.
his top five,
In the
he
top
had a
five.
Carpenter
This
song,
is
but
interesting.
his version of Please Mr. Postman.
Oh, good one.
which
You're
we
right,
have talked
Brian.
about. Next up from Brian's list is one of course, our all-time favorite artists, who very seldom panders to his listeners or to his songs. I guess, is it possible to condescend to your song
Absolutely.
as a songwriter? Okay.
Absolutely.
To say that I'm going to force this into a
This
song.
Yes.
Was Springsteen's Wrecking Ball. And as an example, my co-pilot here is going to read what we think is the most egregious verse.
Now, my home's here in these meadowlands where mosquitoes grow big as airplanes. Here
That's
where
bad
the
enough.
okay. Here where the blood is spilled, the arena's filled, and giants played their games.
Okay, and so even if you're a Monster Giants fan,
Huge Giants
Like Michelle
fan.
right here.
Tremendous Giants fan.
Jersey
Bad
Girl,
lyrics.
can I say that
Yeah.
too?
Yes,
You
you can
may.
say Jersey Girl.
Jersey Girl,
Absolutely.
too.
we are
Bad
not
lyrics.
we are not
Bad
condescending.
lyrics.
Yes, Bruce, don't do that again.
Ever.
All right, never take a commission on a song. All right, now the last one. This is we'll have to break after this. I guarantee you, because this one is going to cause arguments. But, but I need to. Y'all have to let me talk for like 1 minute, and I'll explain where Brian's problem with this song comes from. Okay, it's a nearly universally adored song. He does not have a problem with the melody or the performance. His problem is with, again, like the
I don't
racial
even know what
harmony
this song is
songs.
yet.
No, like the racial harmony songs, his problem is with the utopianism of the lyrics. As we get older, the idea that human beings
Oh, I know where you're.
could
I know exactly what you're
could just put down our animosities and all dance around the maypole just seems more and more absurd. Life is more complex than that, and it also sounds as if the singer is saying condescending to those who haven't gotten hip to what the singer is hip to, which just, again, I didn't even notice it for the first 15 years that I knew this song. But I have to admit that he has a point. This is John Lennon's Imagine. And I realize that John is sainted in many quarters. And I adore the man. Okay? One of our finest artists of the 20th century. In and out of the band.
Who lived in one of the most expensive pieces of real estate in New York.
Interesting point to make. Yes, exactly. Imagine no
And
possessions.
paid rent
Yes.
in one of the most expensive.
Imagine no possessions. The simple surface irony of it is right
Somewhat
there.
ironic.
Yes, yes.
Not even any guitars?
No possessions, no religion, no war. He just seems to be naive about the nature of human nature, in our view.
But it is a lovely fairy tale.
Oh, it is
As fairy tales go.
absolutely beautiful fairy tale. I do wish we could abandon all of our the things that shackle us. But
I guess my admiration for the song is I think Lennon was well aware of the contradictions.
he may have been.
when he did them,
Yeah.
but still, it was still in a way of almost like trying to even break free of the limits of our human imagination.
Mhm.
No, we can't imagine these things.
Right.
But
right.
what if it ever became possible in science fiction story here? 10 million years from now,
Mhm.
we have actually conquered some of our human foibles, and some of these absolutely absurd sounding things are
Yeah.
actually within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
So I think he was taking an absurd leap.
It's completely ridiculous and impossible if you're taking it on a literal sense.
Right. Right.
I'm not sure Lennon meant it literally.
That's a good point.
He may have,
Yeah.
but I'm not 100% sure it was a literal statement.
Right. Right.
Or he wouldn't have been living in one of the most expensive
Yeah.
pieces of real estate.
Well,
in the world.
and the usual thing that happens with artists is that even when the artist is being sly or double leveled, a lot of times his audience
only picks up on one level or
only
the other.
takes the surface. You know, war is over if you want it. Not really. you know. I'll Kierkegaard talked about his sense of faith as being a leap into the absurd. Maybe that's what it was for Lennon. You know.
Okay.
We will return.